everyone, and welcome to another episode of BS Drunk Movie Reviews. This is a weekly podcast, and we do upload the video version to our YouTube channel, so you can check that out. My name is Vetta, and as always, I am being joined by my brother, Matt.
Hey, you guys.
And this month's theme is scary, spooky movies, because it's Halloween, fun month. So on this episode, we're going to be talking about Ready or Not.
I am ready.
Are you? All right.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, most important question, what are we drinking?
Well, I am drinking champagne because they drink champagne before I do it to Mr. LaBelle or whatever the fuck his name is. Anyways, but I'm drinking champagne, but it's not that expensive shit because I'm poor. It's that Corbel shit or whatever it's called, or Cobel or whatever. It's fucking cheap as shit.
On sale for $10.
Yeah, 13, whatever at Target, but it's delicious. It's dry and everything, but whatever.
So I am drinking a drink called a hide and seek, and you were supposed to put like gummy bears in it, but I don't like gummy bears. I do have Sour Patch Kids, so I could put those in it, but I ate them.
No, I don't like candy in my alcohol. Yeah.
So I just left it be. So
no, I totally get that. I don't like candy. Like, I don't like shit floating around in my drinks. Like, it just makes me go,
Okay, my whole thing is I don't even put ice in my drinks. So yeah, what made them think I was going to put fucking gummy bears in there?
Yeah.
So, all right. So before you watched this for our podcast, had you seen this movie?
I did. I had seen it when it came out because it came out around the time of the pandemic and everything. So I just feel like everybody was watching it or whatnot.
Yeah.
I had seen it. What?
I had not.
Oh, right on. Yeah. I take it back. Not everybody. What did you think of it overall?
It had its ups, its downs. I mean,
right on.
I feel like we should have what's her name?
Grace?
The main character chick.
Grace.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel like we've done like
look at me with the names.
No, you and the names. I hadn't pulled up my notes yet.
Right on.
My problem. I feel like that actress should come on to our show because we''ve done like 3 or 4.
Yeah, we have. Yes, Samara Weaving. I love her. She's so hot.
So good.
She made this movie better because at some points I was like, if it wasn't for Samara Weaving and her acting in this movie, I was like, I'm gonna bail and everything. I'm like, this movie, like, I liked it, but at some points I was just like, what's going on here? And I have so many questions about this.
So the opening scene at the beginning, the little boys are like hiding in the closet.
Oh, okay. So real quick, I just have one question about this whole movie. What's up with all the candles? There's so many candles in this movie. I was like, does electricity not even exist? I'm like, what's going on here?
No electricity exists because during the wedding, they have that big ass chandelier.
Yeah, I'm just like, I was very confused by the candle. Okay, and I love how, and I'm fast forwarding, but I love how there's all these fucking candles in the house, but she lights a fire with a fucking lantern. I'm all like, out of all you couldn't grab a candle, honey? Like, so okay, so I have to say about those children. Okay, first off, bad parenting, which goes a long ways in this one, but I think that letting your children be an accessory to murdered who? I've been saying a lot that this month because there's a lot of murder going on, but that's Halloween movies.
Murder.
Yeah, murdered who?
They couldn't have told the nanny, take them away for the weekend or something. I mean,
right.
There isn't.
I have hold on. I wrote it down later on my notes. I don't know if I'll be able to find it right now because I just go and I'll say it right now, but I'll come back to it if we get to it. But how is it? Okay, so these 2 little boys, which are David and what was his name? Kyle.
Yeah.
How is it that they're able to join in the festivities? But beforehand, Emily, is it Emily? Yeah, Emily, her children, they're all tucked away in bed. I was like, okay, what's going on here?
Times are changing.
I guess so. Okay, do you know who that man was? Like, who was the woman that her husband died?
Oh, I think it was the sister.
Um, oh, because I couldn't tell, and I was because for some odd reason the whole time I was just like, oh, that was Helena or Helena.
Yeah,
I thought
that's
it
what
was her
I
husband,
thought it was.
but I was like, she's kind of old, like later on, and what is it? Only like, I mean, because like Adam Brody isn't very old, so I'm like, maybe it's not Aunt Helena. What's her name? I should look that up.
I think you're right. I think it's Helena.
Anyways, it doesn't even matter. So I have one more thoughts about that very beginning scene
Yeah, I
because
think it's young Helen. I think.
you think so. Okay. We'll just say it is because you know what? It doesn't even fucking matter because
I
he
mean, he died.
dies. Yeah, he
So
for sure dies because they're
yeah,
all alive still. Um
yeah.
okay, so why did the family wear masks at the beginning, but then not later on?
Oh, because that was what's the dad? The dad's name is Tony. Tony?
Tom, right? Tom?
Tommy?
Sure, we'll say Tom. Tony, it's Tony. I have the cast list right here.
Okay, I was gonna say I thought it was Tony. Am I that? I mean, I'm blind, but I didn't think I was that blind. He says at one point they don't do the mask anymore because that was something his dad added for show.
Oh, okay. I must have missed that when I was watching it because
Yeah, yeah. I wondered that too. And
right
I
on.
caught it the second time around when I was taking
Oh, I wrote this in the beginning. I wrote this for this. I was like, their name is Lumas. Might as well be more like Dumas because they made a
right.
deal with the devil. Okay, so I don't know how you feel about this, but she was okay. So she's practicing for her wedding, which I'm like, why are you like, I take thee to be? I'm like, why are you but it's so weird, but whatever. It's fine. I get it. But then she starts smoking in her wedding dress. I was like, that is the dumbest thing you've ever done. You're going to smell bad all fucking day. And she does because then the mom goes, do you smoke? And she's like, no. And I'm like, you're a liar. She can
Liar.
smell it
Yeah,
on you, whore.
I was like, oh, they're all gonna hate you now because you're a
Yeah.
smoker. I would have been like Aunt Edna does, and she gave me a really long hug.
Yeah. So yeah, yeah.
So how did you feel? Do you think he should have somehow, because it did seem like he felt like she kind of was like, well, we have to get married, you know, that Alex was kind of like pressured into the marriage thing. Like he never had any intentions because he knew with the games and stuff.
I didn't get that.
Because I kind of was like, they could have been in a relationship forever and just never been married and not had to do this.
True, I get that. Yeah. And I did have questions at the end, like where does you know how when you live with somebody for so long that the state
Common
just
law marriage.
yeah, when does that fall into order, and does the game still count if that falls into order?
Well, I don't
like
know. That's a question for the devil. In the
yeah,
fine
that is
print,
true.
you need to
Oh, you
pull
mean
up the
Mr.
contract.
LaBelle? He has, yeah. um I just wrote down they're horrible people. So why help them? I don't know why I wrote that down. Maybe I can come back to that when I
Yeah.
sober up. Anyways,
So,
um, okay. So at the beginning, right? So before they get married, right? He comes in, which I'm all like, oh, you saw her in her dress, bad luck right off the bat.
oh well, he knew the bad luck was going to keep on coming.
Oh, for sure. And then he's like, I'm giving you an out. And she's like, no, I'm in this. And I'm all like, you really should have told her then and there because you're not really giving her an out. That is like when you sleep with somebody that has herpes and like while they're fucking you and you're about to come, they're like, oh, hey, by the way, I have herpes. And you're all like, what? Like, it's not just.
He can. I do think that is in the rules that he can't tell them.
Is it? I must, because I was like, why doesn't he just, why don't they just elope? And then he mentioned eloping earlier on or later on, and I'm all like, oh, okay, I guess so. That you can't elope and everything.
Yeah.
But maybe he didn't. I just forgot about it. I don't remember.
Yeah. So
go ahead.
I want to know what were the other games that were an option that could pop up.
Well, was it? I got the sense that hide and seek was the only game that was murderous. Like if you got hide and seek, it means you were gonna get killed. Because the one husband was all like, I got old maid. And I was like, that's a good point. I was like, he got old maid.
What were some of the other games? And I feel like they're like, oh, I've only seen hide and seek once since I joined the family. Has
Yeah.
no one ever looked at a fucking pattern? Maybe it's, every 30th wedding or something. You know what I
Right
mean?
on.
And
Yeah.
how much of the extended family has to participate? Because isn't that one guy a cousin?
Which one?
The chubby guy.
Oh, Fletch or Flitch?
Yeah.
I thought he was the husband to Emily. I thought he was to Emily. I thought he was Emily's husband.
Okay, but then who was?
I thought Charity and Emily were the sisters.
I didn't get there were two sisters. That could just be me. I thought there was only one sister. Okay.
Oh, see, I got that Charity and Emily were sisters, and then Fitch was the husband. So maybe Charity, that was her husband from before.
Okay, maybe.
I mean, that kind of makes. I couldn't tell because the woman at the beginning
were really little though. Alex and
that's
Daniel
a good point.
Really small. I still think it was Helena or Helen,
right on.
whatever the hell her name is.
Okay.
Go.
I want to talk about Aunt Helena, by the way, since you just mentioned her.
Fucking crazy.
Oh, I wrote down
her husband being murdered on their wedding night. Seriously fucked her over mentally. That was a fuck that's still going.
Yeah, because she's staring at Grace the whole time during the wedding. I'm all like, this aunt is fucking creepy. I was like, she hold on. I wrote down something.
She would have murdered her even if the cards didn't say so.
Oh, well, she looks like a devil worshiper anyways, let alone because she's got that like mohawk looking thing. And then at the end, she's got like
those dresses on that come all the way up the back.
Yeah, and even at the end when she's all like, I will still honor you, and I'm all like, okay, calm down, hooker face. Like you need to take a chill pill, okay?
I kind of wish I would have seen this movie before Spontaneous, so that this could have been my.
Oh yeah, where they explode. Which I want to talk about that when we get to the ending. Okay, so why didn't what's his face tell her? Oh, you already answered that he couldn't, but I really don't remember him explaining this because the whole time I'm like, why doesn't he tell her?
Mom says, or his dad, one of his parents says, I know it's hard, but you just can't.
Okay, because I was the whole time I'm like, why doesn't he just tell her and everything? Even when he's like,
mom tries to reassure him that everything's going to be okay.
Right on. Okay, and so So when they're doing when she's about to pick her game, right? Mm-hmm. The dad explains that that every time a new member comes into the family, they have to play this game. And as soon as he said that, I was like, does that apply to children? Like, what if you have a baby?
I was like, does that mean births?
And I'm like, well, maybe it doesn't because babies can't play a game. But I'm like, what if they adopt a kid? Because a baby is like natural and everything from the
well, they're a blood
womb.
Relative. Maybe it means non-blood, someone who takes the name.
But adopted kid would be non-blood. You took them in. So I'm all like, would an adopted child have to play the game?
Well, maybe that's why they don't have any adopted children.
Maybe that is why. I wrote it down here. Why did the kids partake in the beginning and not now? Like I'm all like,
I don't think they were partaking it in the beginning. I think the one Daniel wanted to see, but Alex tagged along. So then he was hiding him to protect him from it. And then because it was way like Daniel got to see exactly what it was when he saw everyone with the guns and the crossbows and everything, which is, I think, why he's fucked up now.
Right on. Yeah, I was just curious about that.
What did you think of the guy asking for the help and he screamed, he's in here?
Oh, Daniel, when he's a little kid.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, oh, fuck that kid, man. I was like, that dude, I was like, man. And I as soon as they got him, I really didn't get the ritual part because when they shot the one maid, I was all like, oh, and he was like, can we just use her now? And I was like, we got to do the ritual. I was like, what ritual? But that dude, I was all like, oh man, fuck that. If I was him, I was like, fuck you, little kid, and everything.
It might have actually hit the little kid.
Okay, so I think it was Emily, but which one of them, or maybe it would have been the other sister,
Charity.
But one of them was putting on their Mac makeup before the big kill, and I was like, "Bitch, this isn't like a Snapchat, all right? You're going to murder somebody, murder who? Grace. Anyway,
I think her and Daniel are doing all kinds of drugs. They're super fucked up.
oh, I have things to say about Emily. I wrote it down somewhere. I'm trying to find it because Emily, she drives me mental. Oh, I wrote down here. I was like, I think Emily is a bad mom. So I just want to put that out there right now. Um, okay. So okay. So Grace hides, right? After she gets little and,
She thinks this is cute.
yeah, and at this point, I'm all like, okay, we're like 1/3 through the movie or whatever. But then she gets in that little like
The lift.
yeah, the lift. It's like an elevator for food.
Yeah.
And she gets in and then she just like gives up and after like 10 minutes. She's like, oh fuck this, I'm getting out. And I'm all like, is there no competitive drive in you, honey? Because like if I was playing hide and seek, I'd be like, I'm gonna win, even if I didn't know I was gonna die or whatever. I just be like, daddy's gonna hide in the best place ever. I'm gonna win this game.
Yeah, she doesn't care when she thinks it's just a game, but she's in it to win it when all of a sudden murder.
Oh yeah, exactly. When your life's on the line, bitch, then you're ready to play.
It is now.
Right. Oh, and I love how and because Daniel says something about him being the fuck up of the family, and I'm like, how is Daniel the fuck up of the family when Emily is so crazy? Emily is like a psycho. Like I'm just like she took so much cocaine in her nose. Like she didn't even try to hide it. She like left a little white mustache. I don't know how you felt about that.
She actually, when she accidentally kills the nanny and
Oh yeah,
great.
yeah. Oh, the maid, she yeah, she was just super happy about it. She's just like whatever about it.
Like,
How did you feel about the maid when she was all like, I'm not really a maid. He just likes the way I dance and everything. And I'm all like, what? I'm like, hold on, I wrote something else down here. Yeah. Oh, and then she got decapitated, which I want to know something about those little lifts for the food. Was that enough pressure to decapitate, or do those?
I don't think so.
Because I'm all like, I don't know anything about those. Those are for rich people. I'm poor as shit.
Right?
So, but I'm all like, was that enough to decapitate her and everything? And I love how the dad's all like, she's knocking us off one by one. I was like, well, technically she only killed one of you. Emily shot that bitch in the face. And then, so I'm like, she only killed one person. It was kind of by accident. It really was. And you didn't even
do it on purpose. She didn't grab a gun or one of the crossbows.
Yeah. And she wasn't trying to kill her when she died. She just did die, kind of thing. Okay. Oh, and speaking, okay, so Emily, they all have the worst fucking aim possible, right? So that little kid shoots Grace in the hand when she goes to that barn, which I have thoughts on. I want to talk about that in just a second. But he shoots her in the hand. I'm like, did any of you fuckers go to a shooting range ever? Like,
don't really rich people, because I feel like they're the type of people that, your room's in this wing, their room's in that wing. When you're describing your house like that, and they own a football team or whatever. My whole thing is don't they do that thing where you get the gun, boom, boom,
right? Yeah, with the little disc.
Trap shooting.
Although I did like it when what?
I'm sure they do that. So now, why are they terrible? And don't they prepare? Shouldn't you be in training just in case this comes up?
I hear you. No, I get you.
I just don't understand. They're very ill prepared for having endless money.
That's so true. I did like how she punched that little kid though. And then after she got out of the pit, she was like, she's like, you little fucker. And I was like, yeah, fuck that kid and everything. Which I do. Okay. Why are there so many dead animals in that little barn? Like there's so many dead carcasses in that little pit. What are you people doing at this house? Like what's going on here?
Are they farmers? Is that their
yeah? Oh, do they look like farmers, Vetta? Come on. They make playing cards and shit and parcheesi and shit. Like they're not farmers. I mean, she did mention a goat barn, but I'm all like, what are you guys doing with goats and shit?
Making
It's
cheese.
so what?
They're making goat cheese.
They're not making goat cheese, those
I think that
assholes.
help is making goat cheese.
Um, oh, and I love how I don't know how far I love how the butler doesn't even try to, like, when she's strangling him, he doesn't even try to grab the little ribbon thing that she's wrapped around. He's all like flailing his arms around. I'm all like, oh, you're just trying to die now. You're not even trying to live and everything. I don't feel
Yeah,
bad for
his
you.
flight or fight, it doesn't exist.
Right. And I love how in the car he like turned up the music. And I was like, hey, asshole, haven't you ever seen a movie or a TV show when you turn up the music when you don't want people to know you're being murdered? Murdered you. Anyways, so
You got arrested for murder, that'd be the first thing in the cops.
murder,
like, you're under arrest for murder.
Murdered who? All right. I'll only say it one more time. Anyways, okay. Oh, I love how the dad, right, when the son is starting to help or whatever, and he's like, he screams out, do you think this is a fucking game? And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Did you not read the script? Like,
did you not read the card? It said hide and seek.
Yeah, like, Daddy Warbucks, I don't think you understand what's going on here. This is exactly what it is. Now, granted, there's a death involved at the end, but I'm like, it's a game. It's a game. Oh, and how ridiculous was it when what's his face? What's the husband to be's name? Or Alex. Alex is his name, right?
Yep.
Keep wanting to call him Kyle. I love how when he's trying to saw through that bedpost with his handcuffs. And the whole time while he was doing that, I was like, if he saw through the fucking bedpost, I was like, that's not how handcuffs work. Okay. I'm sorry. What kind of cheap wood is this? Okay. So, but he gets free. And
Oh yeah, he gets free. Yeah.
I was like, that's ridiculous. I just want to say right there.
Yeah, I just kind of go, he was trying to help her. Did they not explain? I felt like he was not 100% on how things happened if they didn't succeed in doing the ritual and killing her. You know? So
yeah.
how did you feel when she killed the mom?
Oh, I was totally fine with it. She could, although I love that actress. What's that actress's name? Like, it's like Andy McDowell.
Yes.
McDowell. Yeah, I love her. She's great.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, but when she fired that arrow and she's like, sorry, I in my defense, I haven't done this in a while. And I'm like, yeah, since you killed that last dude in the opening sequence, I saw you.
You should be practicing a few months before the wedding in case this comes out.
Right, exactly. Because the Flitch guy or Fitch or whatever the fuck his name was, he's all like, I've never fired one of these crossbow things before. And I'm all like, well, you guys should have been like on the ball here because your lives are at stake.
Why are they using is it contingent in the contract, the type of weapons they use? I feel like they're using old-timey weapons.
Oh, if it was, I missed that portion.
I didn't see that either, but I'm like, you couldn't just go out and buy some real weapons? You've got
right. Right. So, oh, and you mentioned the ritual. Okay, so this is the thing. Because I wrote down, why are they drinking from this little cup? Why don't they just kill her? I'm like, what is this ritual? It's so weird. I'm like,
well, the devil likes a show.
I mean, isn't her traveling around this house dying enough of a show and everything?
Maybe he wants them to what's the word? Renew their vow.
Maybe that's good. I like that. Renew their vows. Okay, so then I don't understand Alex's transformation when he goes from being like, I want to save my wife to I want to kill her and everything.
He kills his mom.
Yeah, but isn't it after Daniel dies, after Adam Brody dies?
Oh yeah,
because he gets shot in the neck and everything, and he's all like bleeding out and everything, and then he's all like, I want to kill her, and I'm like, what's going on here? Because of Adam Brody? Like what? Like what's going on here? I thought it was
your line, huh? That's the line she crossed, huh?
I mean, I just thought it was a weird transfer. Like he was all of a sudden he was like gung ho on saving her life, and then all of a sudden he's just like, "Oh, fuck this bitch, we gotta kill her," and everything. I'm like, what? What's
I
going
just
on?
really love the dad. I'm so glad you're on board,
Yeah,
son.
yo, right,
It's
right,
about
yeah.
time.
Um, okay, so I have to say about the ending, right? So the
Mr. Lamont or whatever.
Lamas or
Lamont.
whatever, La Dumas. They okay, so I was happy that they went the supernatural route at the end and they all started exploding. But at the same, because for a minute there, I was like, because this is the thing. I was all like, this is all crazy talk. Like they're all making this up. And then when they weren't exploding, I was like, oh, this is good. They all fed into this stupid shit of believing this devil was going to kill them. And they all fed into it. And then, but when Aunt Helena exploded, I was like, oh shit, son, they're going there. I couldn't tell if I was happier with them exploding or with them not exploding. Because
I
both
was like, he's collecting.
well, because both times I was like, when they didn't explode, I was like, oh, you guys fucked up. You killed so many people for no reason. And then when she exploded, I was like, oh shit, they fucked up. They didn't kill her.
This is my question. So everybody blows up and nothing is said to Grace. She's rich as fuck. But she's also inherited 2 brats as well, being the next of kin for the kids. But she's got more money than she knows what to do with now because they're married.
But she said, I want a divorce. And that's what made Alex explode. Does that mean that she is no longer a member of the family?
And maybe to the devil.
Oh, maybe.
But not in human world.
Which I like how the devil showed up for like a hot second. Was like, yeah, bitch, you got these fuckers and everything. And I like how Aunt Helena was all like, I will still honor you and everything. I was like, oh no, you won't, psycho.
And how do you explain that you got married and that night or next morning everyone in the family exploded?
Yes, I wrote down my notes. How is Grace not arrested for murder right now? Murdered who?
Yeah, that was my whole thing when she was walking out. I was like, oh honey, I hope you're good at stories because I don't know how you're explaining this.
Exactly. I was just like, I don't know. I don't know how she's getting away with this, but they ended it very like abruptly and everything.
And I'm surprised the devil didn't offer her a deal.
Oh, right on. That would have been good. I would have liked that.
Like he would have fixed it all for her.
Right on. Yeah, no. In-laws, am I right?
You said it, bro.
yeah, dude.
Alrighty. So anything else you want to say?
I mean, no, not really. No.
Okay.
I mean, it was a good time. So
alrighty. So now we're going to move on to our next portion of the show.
Okay, let's do it.
Your question for today.
Okay, so my question for you is, because the devil was in this movie. I mean, we only saw him for a hot second in like flames and shit. But what is your favorite film, Devil?
Oh, The Devil's Advocate.
Oh, gotcha. What is that? Al Pacino? He plays the devil?
Yeah, he's the devil, and it's got Keanu Reeves in it as the hotshot young lawyer.
I'm right on. We should do that movie. That movie is interesting, to say the least.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I like Al Pacino.
Devil, right?
What'd you say?
I said he's just my favorite portrayal of the devil. Like,
oh, gotcha. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's an interesting yeah, he does a good job. Yeah, I love Al Pacino.
Because he plays a puppeteer, and that's what the devil is. He's not, doing the work himself. He's convincing everybody else. So
mine is Viggo Mortensen in The Prophecy. It's only for it's like 2 scenes. It's only for a hot minute, but I really like it. I love Viggo Mortensen.
I was gonna say I love him.
He's great. But I love he's like, he does this like, I don't know, he does this weird like kind of crazy kooky devil that I actually really, really like. I just like it. Like it's just like this one scene, and then he shows up for like a hot cameo for a second at the end. But I just love him in the one scene that he's in. I was just like, that was fun. I like that a lot. Like I just feel like that's how the devil, he'd show up, give you a little seduction talk, and then he'd go away, you know?
Alrighty. So my question is, what is your favorite movie, like with a game in it? Like the movie's based around a game, whether it's a video game or a board game, but that's
Well,
like,
I tried not to pick a video game, like a video
I
game.
didn't either.
Yeah. So I just picked Jumanji, but I picked the 90s version with Robin Williams in it, just because that's the one I grew up with. Yeah, I just like that movie a lot. It's so much fun. I love Robin Williams, and that movie was a part of my childhood, so I picked that one. It was super fun.
I stayed in the genre of horror, and I picked the Ouija board.
Oh, yeah. I personally didn't like that movie, but I get it. It's fun.
I like when you watch all of them.
Oh, I don't. I love how the mom in that one was from that Teenage Witch movie. What was the name of that movie? Oh gosh, where she's like, she gets the pendant. Hold on, I'm looking it up right now. Ooh, come on, don't be a dick.
Well, I think you're thinking of the like second or third one.
No, I'm not. You give me 2 seconds. I'm looking it up right now. Just give me 2 seconds. Give me a second. Well, of course, it's not going to show me. Oh, maybe I am talking about the old one. No. I'm talking about yeah. So Robin Lively, she was in the Teen Witch movie where she gets like the pendant and she's like she's got the red hair and it's like big and fluffy.
Yeah, Teen Witch. It's literally called Teen Witch.
Yeah, that's I love, she plays the mom in that movie, and I love that movie. But anyways, yeah, I really didn't care for that Ouija board movie though.
I thought it was, as far as a game goes, like the first was kind of strange, but then you get the one with the origin story.
Yeah, I don't like that one either.
You didn't?
No.
You didn't like the mom using her daughters to make
no, I don't like any of that. And the little girl where she's all like, hello, it tickled. I mean, you're all like, what? Get out of here with your nonsense. Nobody's interested in your craziness.
That's fine. It's my choice, not yours.
So, right on.
Alrighty. So in the whole big scheme of things, would you recommend Ready or Not?
Yeah, I would recommend it. I mean, it wasn't like the best movie ever, but it was fun, and I like that Samara Weaving. She's super fun.
Yeah, it had some nice twists and turns. I mean,
yeah. No,
good time. Right.
Yeah, good time. Do you
have anything else you want to add, or?
No, not really. I'm good.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. And if you listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or honestly anywhere where you listen, please take a moment and give us a 5-star review. We really would appreciate it, and it helps us out so much. Also, follow us on Twitter at BSDrunkPod to stay updated. We will also be posting this video to our YouTube channel, so be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube at BS Drunk Movie Reviews. Don't forget to drink, recap, review, and repeat. Bye.
Bye.